Love that new feature. Love it. So fun. All right, good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing this morning? Good. How are you doing? We are live and in person. So look, guys. Woo-hoo. As if I was not enough of a video producer before, here we are, dual cameras, we got it. For those of you just on Zoom, can y'all hear me and see me okay? Is it a bad echo or is it good? I can't see anybody.
Good.
Thank you, perfect. Okay, yay, look at us, we're in person, I'm so happy about that. We have an awesome meeting planned. For those of you not in the Montgomery office this morning, Seth brought us breakfast, so awesome. We're gonna hear from him in a little bit. And Auburn, don't feel left out. I'm sure he'll make a trip over to see you guys with some biscuits soon. So we're gonna get started with our gratitude, numbers, and intentions. And so we're gonna have to, I think, do a little like hand raising to get started, because that way I can see the screen and I can see the people and I can change the camera so y'all can hear in the audience. And so raise your hand if you'd like to go first. Oh my gosh, look at this. Hold on, I'm gonna get faster with this. Boom, go Shapiro.
I am grateful for I have a new listing contract and a new buyer's contract. They don't want to list right now. We'll see what they're going to do. They ask for it to put on their house, lose their home, but they did sign a contract. I'm excited about that. And my numbers, I think I'm going to get my 18 for this year that I set myself to a K and add. I'm going to do it. And my intention is just keep doing what I'm doing, making my calls every day and grinding on my lead generation.
That's right. And you're going to be keeping turning in your contacts every day, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right, who else would like to go? Gratitude, numbers, and intentions. Come on now.
Sure.
All right, Devin Armstrong, also known as Kevin or Gavin.
Yeah,
So,
whatever you want to call him. Yeah, I'm pretty thankful right now. One, hey, happy Father's Day to everybody this past weekend. And two, I'm on set right now. I should have a listing appointment with my builder client sometime this week. He's going to be getting back with me, and I've got an appointment set up on track this weekend to go meet with the FISBO. So happy about that.
that's awesome. All right, who else? Come on, we have to have at least 3. Gratitude, numbers, and intentions. Somebody on Zoom, talk to me. TJ. Oh, let's see. I lost it. Was that Vicky or TJ?
Vicky. Okay.
Vicky, you go, and then we'll hear from Tijuana.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. I just want to say that I had 2 listing appointments yesterday, and what happened?
Well, what are you doing at an appointment?
I had 2 today, and I got 2 listings. One that will be going live on next Monday. And I'm just thankful that my numbers are coming together, and I will continue to stay listing focused.
Yes, ma'am. Congratulations. Vicky and I don't know that we joke. Good morning. But we've gotten in the habit where she'll say, I'm going on a listing appointment. And I'll say, nope, you're going to take a listing. So
yes,
you don't go on an appointment. You get it under contract, right? All right, Tijuana, your turn.
Good morning. I am grateful to be excited and feel like I've learned more about real estate, some seeds that I planted before, and then I had gave up, and then they started sprouting out. So I've got 2 potential buyers, and I understand marketing. So I'm putting together a business plan. I'm grateful to that meeting that we had, or the thing that inspired me to, I'm feeling good about having a focus. I'm understanding what I'm going to do, and my numbers are I guess my two potential buyers and my brilliant idea that I'm not going to tell y'all just yet, that I'm for my targeted market that I'm about to market to. And intentions are to, before the week is over, have my my business plan completed and start submitting for some business credit next week. Is that good enough? Thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome. Just keep after it, keep after it, keep after it. That's every day. You gotta do a little bit every day. All right. Anybody else who'd like to share before we move forward? I'm so happy to see you in person. I'm so happy. Awesome. All right, well, we're going to move on. We go through our beliefs or vision or something every morning and kind of have a mission moment as we start off. And so this is the Y4C2Ts. We've done it. But I want to really pick one out today, communication seek first to understand. What does that mean to y'all?
Listen. Yes.
Okay. Listen before you speak.
It's exactly what I just did.
Okay. Listen before you speak. Anybody else? You know,
It's not an understanding of what they're communicating to you before you speak.
okay, understanding what someone is communicating. What were you saying, Tamar? What were you saying?
I was saying, trying to get as much
Knowledge. Okay.
situation.
Well, it's interesting that I think we're all on the same page there, that we all kind of have a good understanding of this. And understand to me, we have to start doing donations credit here, y'all. You get one for free. But what really stands out is understand. Every business talks about communicating, don't they? Well, anybody that has anything to communicate marketing-wise, they talk about communication. But understanding is different. So it's not just trading knowledge, it's I'm hearing what you're saying. You may have a different point from me, and we're going to come to terms together. And so that's something that we pride ourselves in this company being on. This is one of our beliefs. And it's something that I just want to kind of stick in your mind this morning, that as we're working with co-op agents, as we're working with partner KW agents, as we're in our families and just going about our lives, that communication seek first to understand can be applied to a lot of different things. And so I just wanted to bring that up this morning and just bring that to the forefront before we start.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
Look, that's the wonderful thing about it, let's be honest. All right, so our pre-licensed blended course is back starting July 19th on Mondays and Thursdays here in the Montgomery office training room. It's 6 to 10 p.m. and there is a link to sign up. That link has been shared out in our Facebook group. It has been emailed out. It's here on the screen. If you have somebody that is interested in signing up, get them to sign up today. I believe the 16th of July is the cutoff. So they get done in about 5 weeks. And we're excited to start that back. So if you've got somebody interested in getting into real estate, that's a great place for them to start. It's a great course. We've had a lot of good success here. And the cool thing about someone that you invite to take this pre-license course with the intention of them joining KW, and you then being named their sponsor, is they have that attachment. They have that, oh, I know what KW is about. They're hearing our space, they see our story. So when they're ready to interview, not that they won't interview other places, but that when they join KW, there is an attachment to that, okay? So invite people, share it out, coming from contribution. As we're talking about communicating with your sphere, this is something that needs to be shared out whenever this happens. And now we have our sponsor spotlight. So let me do my fancy camera work. And Seth from Cutco, wherever you're going to be. If you want to be right there, I can put the camera right there. Yep. Are we good? Y'all see? Okay. So you can kind of do both. You can see both people. Seth from Cutco is here, and we're excited to have him.
All right, thanks for having me, Katie. Thanks for having me, guys. Before we begin, I just wanted to acknowledge everyone for being here and welcome up your business. I do really appreciate your time and attention I share with you.
So again, my name is Seth, and I'm with Cutco Closing Gifts. So guys, I'm here today to talk to you about making sure your clients stay your clients forever, and that you stay top of mind with every client that you work with. Now, the reason I say that is because if your clients can't remember you, they can't use you again, or for your business. And last time I checked, the name of the game was repeat business now for us, right? Right. Now, I know that every good realtor here knows at the end of every transaction, it's the beginning of a lifetime relationship with that client. And at the end of every transaction, we also have the opportunity to brand our service, which usually goes by the wayside. So what do you guys think I might be talking about?
Your Cutco product.
Yeah, your closing gifts. Now, I know that a lot of you guys have to do your clients a little something to say things. So what's like one or two popular things that you guys have seen other realtors give?
Gift baskets.
And gift baskets, and door reads. Yeah, I know a lot of people also do like, not only gift baskets, but like gift cards, bottle of wines, dinner night out, plants, puppies, whatever, right? Now, I'm not here to say that people don't like what you do. People love all gifts. Like, who doesn't like a gift, right? It's free. However, when you think about it, what happens to most of these gifts? Like, where are they 36 months to 28 months from
Depending on what it is, it's consumed.
now?
Depending on what it is, it's consumed, so it's gone.
Exactly. And in fact, 90% of gifts that are given are consumables. So your client, they get it, they like it, but then they eat it, drink it, spend it, it's gone. It's here today, gone tomorrow. And then the other 10% of gifts, sure, they might last a long time, like a vase or a mini, a doormat, a door knocker, a personalized wall hanger, a personalized cutting board, but they all just kind of sit there collecting dust, not really getting used, which isn't great for your ROI. So here's the solution, guys. We're gonna brand you guys forever with Cutco. So, just really quick, raise your hand if you've ever heard of Cutco before. All right, cool. Now go ahead and keep your hands raised if you've ever given Cutco, have purchased Cutco, or have Cutco at home. Look at these sexy Cutco people with their hands raised. Now, if your hand isn't raised, don't worry, there's still time. And for those of you who aren't familiar with us, we're like the Rolls Royce, the Bentleys, we're most comparable to Snap-on tools and kitchen knives and accessories. We're American made, guaranteed forever, super high quality. We feature on the Food Network and the Discovery channels for the world sharpest, and even Ranger endorses us. So guys, what we do is we take our product and we engrave it with your logo name and number, just like this. Just like this. Now, this does several very important things to your business, and I'll share that with you here in a sec. But first, according to NAR, which room in the house gets used the most? Yeah, it's the kitchen. Now, I did have someone last week tell me the bathroom, and I guess it just depends on what's made in the kitchen. But yeah, it's the kitchen. And that's because what we found is that this is where people are hanging out, they're entertaining, they're cooking, and these gifts are out being seen and being used. So people will see like our white handles, they're like, hey, where'd you get that white knife? Or they'll see one of our like KW red handles, they're like, hey, where'd you get that red knife? Oh yeah, I got it from Seth, our realtor. He helped us buy blah, blah, blah. So it helps us start that conversation of you and your services with their friends and family. So that way, let's say 5, 6 months later, maybe even a year later, maybe even 5 years later, friends and family might back over and they're like, hey, who was your realtor again? Oh yeah, it was Seth. Okay, cool, because we're actually in the market, we're looking to list our house. And then boom, you got that referral because that conversation was sparked. Does that make sense, guys? Cool. Here's another quick question for you. According to the IRS, how much can you legally deduct for your gifts? Oh, with these ones, yes. Yeah, these ones, with other gifts.
Tomorrow the customer.
Yeah. She already knows, yeah.
I told him, put it in.
Yeah, so anything that's not engraved, it's only $25. And what we found is that most realtors are spending anywhere from $50 to $300 on average per client gift, and then they try and write it all off and just hopefully don't get on it. But like Mara said, because these are engraved with your local name and number, you now get full tax write-off because they fall under your advertising promotional costs rather than your ticket costs. So now you get the full tax write-off, and if you're ever audited, you're fully covered under IRS guidelines, which is pretty sweet. Now, obviously, guys, for all business, we all want to be successful, right? Right. And to be successful, you also have to make sure you have systems in place to do so. So what we also do for you is we set up a system for your gifts, where just one meeting with me and one phone call a year, all your gifts are taken care of. What we typically do is we give you your supply gifts, and then we just bill you over the next 6 to 12 months, no interest. We ship everything to you at once, so you have it on hand, it's ready to go. So this keeps it super easy on your cash flow. It keeps it easier on you because now you don't even have to think about it. You just grab it and go. Now, as far as our pricing goes, our gifts do run anywhere from $75 to $250, which is what most of you guys are spending on gifts anyway. And then we get like our nice luxury box sets for when you sell the really fancy houses. So that's all the time I really wanted to take. What I'm going to do next is really important. I'm going to pass around the gifts so you guys can see them. But I'm also, so for all business owners, we all have business cards, right?
Not the new items, but
Not the
we
new
can
items, but
coordinate
the-
that.
Okay, guys. All right, I'm also going to pass around this little tray. So if you're interested or want more information, go ahead and put your cards in the tray. Okay? The tribute card on the tray. And anyone online, I'll get you guys my number. You guys just text me your name and email. I'll get that to you here in a second. Also, as the gift is going around, please be careful. It is sharp. Just from my personal experience, it does hurt a little. So just go ooh, ah, and move on. I haven't had a bleeder on, so please don't be my bleeder today. And also, since you guys were so kind enough to invite me back to the office, I want to make sure that I have a special just for you. Because I really enjoy helping people who want to do, or because I really like helping people who want to be able to do stuff for their business. So what I'm going to do is, so anyone who gets signed up today, I'm also going to give you $150 worth of Cutco for your home with your order. But not only that, you're also going to get locked in bulk discounts for life and get a supercharged discount on your grade as well. So if you know you want to be one of the first, we'll go with the first 3 people who come and see me after the meeting, go ahead and put a star in your card. If you don't have your card with you or you don't have a card yet, I'm also going to pass around this little sign-up form where you can put your name and number on that as well. Just put your star on there. Other than that, I really appreciate your time, guys. Thank you so much, Katie, and please eat all the Chick-fil-A.
Yes, thank you so much, Seth, for sure. And his information, guys, is on the screen.
Yes.
So definitely you can take it from there. And we can also put it in the chat as well. So.
Yeah, so anyone online, just shoot me your name and an email address, and I'll get with you guys afterwards. Thanks again, guys.
All right, thank you, Seth. We appreciate that. And while that's moving around, we are going to come back to our slides. Hey, all right. So we have our NCA minutes. Susan Sullivan. Hi, Susan Kia. You're on mute.
Yep, trying to find the button. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, I can.
Hi, okay guys, I have a few reminders today. So first, just a reminder, a reminder to get your commission request in and compliance docs in if you have an upcoming closing for this month especially, but for July as well. And letting you know that if you have changes to a commission, so if the sales price changes, which changes the commission, or if you just have a change in your commission, you can request a termination if it has already been sent and imported by me. If it's just a change to the commission, you can just let me know if you would like to. It's personal preference how you want to do it. If there is a change to the sales price, which affects the commission, I definitely want to know that ahead of time, because there are compliance docs that need to be added to match that sales price change. So either way, just let me know, request the termination, just be in communication. Also, I need to say this, I think I say it almost every time, but I'm going to say it again. Please don't forget to add your referral to your commission request. The commission request that you guys submit is separate from the compliance. So we have a compliance coordinator that checks those things. I'm looking at the commissions and pulling them in. So it can get missed if that doc even is in there, but it's missing on the commission. So the last thing I want to do is pay you and then you have to bring money back. So just make for sure to put those on there. And last, please make for sure to take a look at your check before you leave the closing attorney's office to make for sure that the earnest money was accounted for. And I think it's going to be discussed again in a few minutes. So those are my reminders for today.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for all you do. We appreciate you. Okay, everybody got that? We're good? New agents is okay, just not. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Right, guys? Yeah. Right, previously new agents. Everybody's been new before. Don't worry about it. Okay, where's my clicker? There we go. So the June training calendar, this is just kind of a look at it, but just to move forward for save the dates because it's really hard to read that image of the calendar. Productivity group calls are, the last one for this month is tomorrow. We have our Auburn mandatory contracts class today at 10 a.m. following the team meeting. And so that will be in person in Auburn. And then your second opportunity to attend that class is on the 24th at 6 p.m. This is only for Auburn agents. You know who you are. Nobody in this room, all good. And be sure that you are attending that. That is mandatory. Recap will be covered. Earnest money will be covered. The new Auburn documents checklist will be covered. Just make sure that you're in attendance of one of those. I know Maria has been reaching out to everybody. Our Auburn Business Planning Mastermind workshop in Auburn is 9 a.m. on the 24th. So we've got some things coming up this week that you'll see over in our Auburn office, and the Montgomery has already done their business planning mastermind. And so that's kind of what Tijuana earlier was referring to. It was phenomenal. I can only hope that Auburn, we're going to see the same results. It was a great meeting. You know, I don't feel like I'm just saying that. I feel like it was a really good meeting. We got a lot of things covered to move businesses forward. So just have those things on your calendar and know what's up. And then, of course, we always have Scott Leroy going on, particularly, Vicki, I know you've been tuning into the Scott Leroy lately, haven't you? Yes. Yeah, and so it's never too late. So if you're new, yes, jump in Scott Leroy. If you're brand new, yes, jump in Scott Leroy. So you don't have to wait on this. You have live classes and archive classes. Myself, I prefer the archive class, but what you want to do if you get an archive class, do a recent one. Because if you do one from 2018, some of the tech we're talking about has now transformed to something new. I like archive because I could have two screens going and pause it and then kind of work a little bit. But he covers everything from getting in, how to use my KW, command, how to use the marketing, lead generation with command. He covers everything. So that's provided for you guys. Just be sure that you're utilizing that as a resource. And then KWRI on the KW Connect also has training that I don't know that we've been really taking advantage of. We love the events. We love Mega Camp, Family Reunion, this, that, and the other. Well, the beautiful thing, they've always had a great training calendar, I'll say, at KW. They had KW University and KW instructors. But now they're really incorporating a lot of this since COVID hit. It's just really constant. So if there's one of these things that doesn't really spark their interest, there will be one next week. Just be sure to make it part of your routine to check in, see what they're doing. And that's through KW Connect, where you'll see some of this. All right, Miss Jenny Ann, are you there?
I'm here. Good morning. I'm not just here, I'm right downstairs under you all in my office. So come see me. Not really. Come see me. Can you hear me? All right. Thank you. A couple of things. Katie asked me to think about some things that we probably need to talk about as a real estate team that affects our reputation in the market and how other folks look at us, because We want to be considered the #1 company around here in professionalism, in everything that we do. I hate to say this, but often I get calls from other brokers and or even worse, from another agent in another company. And they usually start the conversation along this way. Hey, Jimmy Ann, this is Sally Joe Jones Brown. I'm sorry to call you. I, I don't want to be a tattletale because that's not what I mean to be doing. But I just cannot get Sally Joe to call me back. We're working on a contract. I think she has just fallen off the face of the earth. I've sent her texts, I've sent her emails, I've left voicemails, and I'm getting no response at all. And I've got a seller who is really anxious to know what's going on. I'm just ad-libbing what I'm saying now. But this is the kind of phone call I get, which is saying that and you know what? It's not just the brand new agents. It's experienced licensees in our company. Some of our top producers are not returning calls. And I get the phone call that says, I need your help because I know you can help. Oh my gosh, y'all, that is so embarrassing because that's just unnecessary. So what I would like us to do is please be responsive. If you're where you can't talk, text them and say, I'll get back with you, or just text them an answer. Any kind of communication, good, bad, whether you've got any information or not, is better than no communication at all. Oftentimes you all may call me and I might send you a text back that says, I'm not where I can talk. Can you text? Because oftentimes I'm in meetings where I can return a text very quickly, but I can't answer the phone. So please be responsive because this is a reflection on all of us, not just that one person. Any questions about how to do that?
Hey, Jimmy, can I tag onto that?
Surely.
So your voicemail, make sure it's not full. Make sure you have a professional message. We have leads come in all the time that are calling for a specific agent, and we say, well, do you have their cell number? And they'll say, oh, yeah, I do, and I've called them 15 times and their voicemail's full. That's disappointing. So let's make sure that on the lines of communication, you have your voicemail box is empty, you're checking your messages, and your voicemail is appropriate.
Katie, that's a good way to lose a client. If your voice, it make that this you're talking about also just returning calls to the agents you're already working with, but you're out of business with new prospects, new clients, if your voicemail can't be reached. So make sure you get that done. Also, one more thing. Hey, y'all, this is supposed to be a happy meeting. And I feel like I'm in here with a big old stick, and I really don't mean to do that. But I just think this is important for us to think about. But the other thing Susan mentioned is critical, and that is your commission checks matching the closing documents. At closing, when you receive that check, please take the time. If you don't remember, open your file. Always take your files, if you have paper files with you to closing. Open your file, look at the contract, look at your net sheet that you're prepared for your client, and make sure that the commission check that you're bringing back to this office accounts for the binder. Where is the binder? Does KW hold the binder? So therefore your check is going to be less than the full commission because part of the binder is already here. Or is the binder in another office? And they attorneys make mistakes. They're busy. Thank heavens we're busy this time of the year. But just make sure your money balances. And one other thing, there are companies now that are asking us to send the binder check to the closing attorney. Or sometimes the listing company is not the one who holds the binder. It might be the selling company. Just please make sure that your contract notes who holds the binder. The contract is pre-printed that the listing company holds the binder. But if for any reason that changes, on the face of that contract, put on there where that binder is. Because if it's in the wrong company, the closing attorney does not know who holds the binder, and then that gets the checks mixed up. So here's the new deal. Until that check comes in correctly, that matches the closing disclosure, for auditing purposes, for our escrow and our trust accounts and our operating accounts, we are not going to disperse commissions until the checks come in the door correctly that match the CD. Because golly Moses, when the real estate commission comes in for an audit, and they come in about every 3 years, and we're probably due for an audit coming up, that's the first thing they check are the trust accounts and the escrow accounts. And if they don't balance, you don't get in trouble because, you know, you've been paid and it's not your responsibility to make sure that it's right. I'm the one who has my neck in the noose, and I really don't want to go there. I'm too old. I'm just too old to be sent to real estate jail. I've never been yet. Don't want to go either. So y'all help me with this, please, please. And if Susan won't give you your check, it's because she knows I'm crying. Don't just do it right. Help us out. Help us out. Thank you. Y'all are a great team. I feel like the old witch this morning, and I really don't mean to do that, but this is really critically important. Thanks, Katie. Sorry.
No, I appreciate it. And sometimes, you know, we have to have those conversations because sometimes housekeeping is, not sometimes, housekeeping is always necessary. And so we know that. So we appreciate you, Jimmy, and keeping us in line. All right. So we have a white screen. Let's boom. So I'm going to move forward a little bit. And where is my thing? We're going to come back to this. I'm a little bit out of order this morning. This is what happens when I don't bring my, there we go. Let's see. Y'all, here we go. Look, look, look. It popped up. I've got 36 touch, and I do want to touch back on it, but I want to get to our ALC committee before we kind of come back to that, because I feel like it's really important that we're looking at the middle of the year, guys. Y'all know we're halfway through the year? We're in the middle of the year. So we're going to have a halftime conversation a little bit later, and hold people, I want us to re-engage and check in with these committees and our ALC. Y'all, this ALC this year has been just phenomenal. I cannot tell you. It is the craziest year in real estate that real estate has ever seen. And our ALC, and I'll say in both offices, have really stepped up. They have committed to their leadership this year. They've committed to pouring into our agents. So this morning, we're going to reacquaint with our committees, our ALC members that are leading these committees, and I want you guys to join in. And don't feel like it's only a Montgomery thing, because Auburn people you can join in too. We've got enough to go around, and together we achieve more. So we're going to hear from them this morning. I've got a couple of people on Zoom and a couple of people in person. So Katie Douglas, are you there? I can't see. Anybody?
I'm here, Katie.
Yay. Hi, Katie.
Good morning. So I am the Career Development, AKA Education Chair. And one of the things that our committee has been focusing really hard on this year is getting listings. And one of the things that we talk about each week or each month is determining what classes would be advantageous for the other agents in the market center based on whatever the committee is working on or see that there are holes and maybe spaces to fill. But the other thing is based on where our numbers are coming in every month. We're doing really well in getting contracts accepted. And so at the beginning of the year, one of the things that we wanted to really focus on was listings. So a lot of the mastermind Mondays were focused around listings, and additional classes were focused around listings. And so where we are currently is we're just working on providing information as far as how to get offers accepted, because we're all experiencing the multiple offer situations and just different conversations around being able to negotiate effectively. And also, what are we currently experiencing? Because this market is ever changing. And so we just want to help you guys get the most out of every deal that you possibly can. Obviously, our goal is to help our clients either get the most amount of money in the shortest amount of time, or get them the house that they want at the right price in the shortest amount of time. So those are the things that we're focusing on. If you would like to be a part of our committee, we do our meetings via Zoom. So please feel free to contact me. The other thing that we have decided to focus on is the KPA, which is Katie can tell you what the acronym stands for, but that's a big help in knowing who you're negotiating with and all of those types of things as far as personalities. So I'd love to have you on the committee. And if you have questions, feel free to reach out to us at any time. We're more than willing to help you. If I don't know the answer, I will refer you to someone who does, or we will find out the answer. But that's one of the great things about being part of the KW family is that we all come from contribution. We can R&D all day long, rip off and duplicate. So just if you would like to be involved in the education committee, we would love to have you join us.
Yes, and I corrected her email in the chat, because that email on the screen is not correct, but the phone number is correct. So if you want to reach out to Katie, the email is corrected in the chat box. Thank you, Katie. I'll tell y'all, the Career Development Committee has really been, they have been great this year. They have been helping us tremendously on what's on the calendar. That's where you get to see what training happens. So we appreciate that committee that's already existing, and we just want to continue to grow it. All right, Miss Sarah, I know you're there as well. Sarah Little is our Technology Committee Chair and ALC member, and our Market Center Tech Trainer. She's all the tech.
Okay, so tech, I've been trying to reach out to a lot of all of you by your own Facebook personal pages and send you, different videos, different tips, different things like that, so that you can learn on your own pace and on your own time. But I am always available if you have any questions about how to do anything. You'll also see periodically posts on our Facebook page, our KW Montgomery Agent Group, of just things to know how to do. There's tons and tons of training videos out there on YouTube. So our Southeast region has one, our KW Montgomery has one, and then there's agents all over the United States that have done some and uploaded it to their YouTube. But also Command has a training area as well. So if you guys need help with simple things like setting up your profile, how to set up your website, your mobile app, using the MLS, just anything and everything, I want to help you guys be organized and be successful in promoting yourself and your business. So when someone is looking for you online, they find you and know that they can get you right away.
Again, thank you, Sarah. The Technology Committee has really played a huge part in what we've got going on, as well as just Sarah's leadership. I think she was born to be the tech chair. Honestly, she has done a phenomenal job.
Can I add to that? Yeah. So one of the things that I did was I created some labels on tags on my people in command and wanted to do a massive mail out. And I asked Sarah for her assistance on that. And so she also has access to the, who is he, Sarah? The local.
Molden, the Southeast Regional Tech Director.
Yeah. So don't be afraid to reach out to Sarah, because if she doesn't know, she'll find the answers, and she saved me a whole lot of time because I've got a lot of contacts in there. So it's a very valuable resource that we need to be tapping into, because they don't have command at other companies.
Well, and the system is still fairly new, so there's going to be some glitches that have to be worked out, and sometimes you don't know about them until you're in the middle of it. So if you just let me know about an issue, me and Patrick can get it worked out like we did yesterday with Katie's, because it was something that she couldn't fix. It was something that we had to fix ourselves, and then he's going to have corporate fix the whole thing.
So. See, that's how we get problem solved, guys. All right, we appreciate you, Sarah, and thank you for talking about that, Katie. All right, so the growth committee, this is where I got to switch cameras. Mr. Laquan Hurd, you want to come up here to the front so you can be in the camera? You can't hear you or see you. You can just kind of come to the front table if you want to. That way everybody can hear you and see you.
Let's see.
Mm-mm.
On this side.
All right, back up some.
All right, so I am on the growth committee, first thing first, without taking anybody that wants to be involved in this. So the first half, what we did was we focused on our personal goals. So now the second half, we're gonna move into group goals and office goals, which brings us to Katie and I are gonna get what we call it?
Mad
A
Day.
mad day. We're gonna do it inside meeting goal in both offices, Auburn and Montgomery. Now, if you guys want to join, just shoot me a text message. We have a monthly Zoom call. This month, well, next month, our focus is going to be on office stuff and lead gen. So we're going to bounce around ideas on who lead gen. I tell you what I do. We got a new guy. What's Justin? Justin's going to join us too. So anybody want to be a part of it, guys, just let me know.
Awesome, thank you. All right, so, whoa, sorry for the Blair Witch, everybody at home. That's what we got there. Okay, Miss Vicki, would you like to come to the stage? Because you're our next person.
We have a choice.
You really don't have a choice, but I'm trying to get it back. There we go, you're perfect.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Vicki, and I am the Culture Committee Chair. And with the Culture Committee, I think about it as we say all the time, love is what love does. So we on the Culture Committee, we don't want to just have people, when we do deals with people, we want them to experience that we are we are business minded, we own businesses worth having, and we want them to have an experience like never before. So with that being said, we want them to not just hear of what we say our mission and values are, we want them to experience that. So if you are somebody that want to, when you're doing deals with another co-op agent and you want them to, you've given them an experience worth having, that's who we want to be a part of the Culture Committee. People that are exemplifying our culture and our value.
Thank you, ma'am. Culture Committee was a huge part in Red Day, and they're continuing to give back to the community. So if you're community minded and just what Vicki said, sign up for Culture Committee today. Last but not least, Shakira Green, come to the stage. I should have the Price is Right music.
Hello, everyone. I think everyone online knows me. I'm Shakira Green. I am our Social Equity Committee chair. And what we pretty much do is, I just like to, we know the climate of the world we're living in today. We've been living in the past few years. My mission or my purpose, I want us to all, as I'm saying, can we all get along? I want us to hold hands, sing Kumbaya. But I feel that me and the community, we have to start home first before we can go out. And we all do each other as family. So, and there's many of us, many different ethnicities, things like that in our office or in our family. So we need to start the conversation. That conversation for some, or for most, is so hard to have. Because people are scared of stepping on toes, they're scared of offending people. But I want to bring a safe place. I want this to be a safe place for us to have, or to, to have that conversation. So, and I'm gonna pick on Devin, because Devin knows what I said is that I love. Devin, well, I would say he doesn't look like that, came out. But I'm a white woman. Devin's a white man. We don't know each other's lifestyle. But I want Devin to feel safe to come to me, to come to you, to come to Vicki, to come to anyone. And if he has a question, there's things he just don't know that we need to feel safe to come. So I would love us all to build a safe place. And we do want to, one thing we're working on in the committee is having a culture day. So we will, get with others and see what we can have that here. But if y'all want to join, help us figure out how we're going to do this culture day. How can we start this conversation here at home before we can go out and help the world or the community? That's what we want to do.
And y'all are reading a book.
Oh, and we're reading the book, The Color of Law, and it's a great book. You can get it on Amazon. If you need, you can contact me and I can send you the Amazon link.
Perfect. Thank you, Shakira. Shakira is also our social equity regional ambassador. Is that the right title?
Oh.
Something like that.
I said yes, but
Yeah, she's in on conversations with the region and the national task force for social equity. So having conversations on the national level, regional level, and here locally. So we are just so thankful for these leaders, guys. Honestly, this is what makes us who we are. I mean, it's not about a logo. It's not about how many transactions you sell. That's cool, but this is who we are. Okay, so mega camp, August 23rd through 26th. I have a little secret. They're going to be releasing ticket info end of this week or beginning of next week. Soon. Okay, this will be just like mega camp last year, just like family reunion. They are doing some in-person tickets. And just a little bit about mega camp. How it started was literally the mega agents all around got together for a couple days. What it has become is a second family reunion, which is great because that means we all get to participate. And what's even better is now virtually, you get to log in, you get to do it virtually. We'll have something here in the office hosting like the main sessions and things like that. You'll hear from Gary Keller, you'll hear from top economists, you'll hear from top agents. So sign up begins soon. And I need to ask somebody, but they did the bundle. So they did it for recently, so I'm hoping they're gonna do that bundle pricing again, where we can say, hey, we got 15 people, and everybody pays a lesser ticket amount. So be on the lookout for that, but if you want more information, you can go to megacamp.kw.com. They have a select few people that's gonna be in person, and our OP, Adam Beams, and his team are gonna be some of those people there. So that's pretty cool. And it's National Home Ownership Month is coming to a close. We got one more week of that. So just a great opportunity as you're making your conversations. Hey, did you know it's National Home Ownership Month? If it's a homeowner, somebody you sold, is there something I can help you with your home in your home ownership journey? If it's somebody that's not, what do you think about home ownership? It's a great way to open the conversation and come from contribution in that conversation, right? And then if you're looking for content, I don't know if everybody knows this, but there's listing templates and home ownership guides and different things that you can use inside of Command Designs that you can start creating. You can utilize them digitally, you can utilize them in person, you can have them printed, however you would like to utilize them. There's templates inside of there as you're doing that. And we always have great articles out front. If you are, looking for something to kind of get you a little bit of inspiration, highlight a new feature or an agent that's just doing extremely well in KW, their out front articles are always going to be there for you to do that. And then we are featuring agents. We have the wonderful Katie H. over in Auburn. She has been creating some agent spotlights based on you guys filling out that Google form. If you have not done it, please do so now. One thing we need is your headshot. And if you have a logo, which has been approved, send us that as well. Because we want to put out some agent features around what is your big why? What are you passionate about and what is your niche? What is your history and how does that help you in real estate? Just to get some content going out there about how wonderful you guys are and share our story. We know you're wonderful, but we want the rest of our area to know you guys are wonderful too. So we're putting together some agent features. We have only had 8 people complete that out of 140 something people. It's very easy. You just type on the computer about yourself and submit your picture. All right, so that is all I have this morning. Does anybody have any finishing remarks this morning? I'll come back to that 36 touch content. We just had some other things to kind of cover this morning. I want to spend some more time having conversations about committees. And as you're thinking of maybe some finishing remarks, we have I want to do a team meeting survey. So what I'm going to do is copy and paste this in the chat box, and it will come out on a follow-up email to you. But I want you guys to start giving some feedback around what does team meeting mean to you? What can we do to improve it? What can we, are you enjoying the hybrid? I know this was really our first true both office hybrid and online. We're working through some technical difficulties. I hope y'all can hear and understand if you're on Zoom, and for you in person, I'm just so happy to see you. But we want to know how to improve. So give us feedback. Let us know what's going on. What makes you show up for team meeting? How can we continue on in that? Do we need to change the time for team meeting? All of those things, and we want to hear from y'all. Anybody have any finishing remarks this morning? No, yes, maybe. Anything? Auburn, y'all are so quiet this morning.
Can we resend out the agent spotlight thing? That way more people can sign up that missed the first email?
Yeah, it's on the top of the Facebook group. If you're in the Facebook group, it's pinned at the top, and I'll send it out in our wrap up email with the link for the survey and the link for the agent feature.
Katie,
Yes,
this is Jimmy Ann. I want to tell you what a fine job you're doing. Let's just tell her, go Katie. Come on, y'all.
Okay.
Okay.
She's doing a super job, and I'm really, really proud of what you're doing. I'm proud of our new office. I'm proud of what's happening in Auburn and what's happening in Prattville. You guys are just phenomenal.
well, thank you very much. It's a group effort, and we're on this journey together, and we're so proud. And y'all, I say it all the time, but it's not like a hallmark. Like, I am so proud to be in business with y'all. To be in business with y'all, even if I can't see you, you can see me. It's an honor. So we get to do this together.
Even when we fuss.
Even when we fuss, that's right. All right, it's family, right? You're gonna have some arguments, but everybody have a great day. Go fight, win. Don't fight, just win. We'll see y'all.